Good morning. Welcome to Tea Time with Tanya. I'm Tanya. How you doing today? Oh my goodness. Guys, not only is it May, it is the 2nd of May, 2022. Yesterday was May Day. Happy May Day, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Let's start today off with a blessing, shall we? Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, please give us a blessing for this Monday, the 2nd of May, 2022. A blessing for the collective to hold on to. Here we go. Oh, nope, we got that one on Friday. Let's try for another one. Universe, give us a blessing for this day. All right. We get your blessed power. Look at this card. You are a field of endless possibility with unlimited power to create. Every atom of you is full of abstract potential that can be molded into any form. Every particle of you holds the blueprint of creation. You are a force of nature and a great blessing on this earth. Namaste. Namaste. Good morning, everybody. Sorry, forgot to turn the light on. There we go. Good morning. Here is our blessing. Let's read this again. Your blessed power. Look at this card. You are a field of endless possibility with unlimited power to create. Every atom of you is full of abstract potential that can be molded into any form. Every particle of you holds the blueprint of creation. You are a force of nature and a great blessing on this earth. Namaste. Good morning, everyone. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, we are in the 5th month of 2022. We have almost completed 6 months of this new year. This is how rapidly time is moving, or the perception of time is moving. And what I need everybody to understand is why. Okay, let me put you guys on hold for just a second. I'll be right back. Okay, time, the illusion of time seems to us like it has sped up. And in fact, well, our our concept of time has sped up. Okay. Why? Why are we in this hyperdrive? Why are we in such a rush to get to where we are going? Okay. I keep saying that we are in a system of transformation, in a system of change. Our bodies are changing, our mindsets are changing. The way that we view our world is changing, and this is for cause. Okay, we are being you some people and some people don't like to say that we're being tested, but we are. We have got to step into our next evolution. Okay, so what's going on right now is the evolution of the human species. Okay, not so much that we're going to look different or anything like that, but it is how we how we live. Okay, that is what is evolving. We are coming into a place, we are in a place now to where we can see the separation that the governments of this world are forcing upon us. We are no longer blinded. We are no longer in the dark. We are no longer ignorant to the plans that those in power have for us. This is the change that we are in now. We are no longer asleep. We are waking up or are already awakened to what is going on. Awakening means simply that you see the world as it is, not the illusion that we have been living in. Awakening means that you have moved the veil, and everything that is fantasy, you can see the truth in. That is what the awakening means. Where we are in America with 45, the GOP, and how this group is manipulating and changing truth is why we are where we are. This is our evolution. How are we going to live? How are we going to move forward as a human species? Okay, we can no longer allow for a certain part of us to literally chop us apart. And that is what is happening in our geopolitical realm. The GOP is trying to dismantle democracy, not just the right wing in America, but the right wing thinking people of the entire world. What is happening in America is not homogenous. It is not just happening here. This right wing movement is engulfing the whole world. Up is down, left is right, good is bad. What is trying to be done is to change the narrative, to change truth into lies, to bring chaos into everything, to bring uncertainty into everything, to destabilize our world. This is what the right wing, right leaning conservatives, whatever you would like to call them, are trying to do to our entire planet. And it's starting with the basic necessities that we as a people need to just enjoy a life. So, with that, this leads in directly to the first question. And this question is from Danielle. And this is about the housing market. What is going on right now with the housing market? Everyone is being priced out of the housing market. Everyone, okay? And it doesn't matter. Well, except for the 1%. The people who control the money are the ones who are pricing everybody else out. And this includes everybody who's making, all these people who are making over $200,000, $300,000 a year. You are in danger as well. If any of you are watching my show, okay, be aware that these prices that they are setting, and it is a set, is to price people out, to further separate us, to cause anxiety, cause harm. And here's the thing. Let me just get into the questions. Let me just get into the questions because then it'll be easier to explain. Danielle would like to know, will rent prices go down, or will we have another housing market collapse? Okay? Will we have another housing market collapse? Everyone is being priced out. Everyone is being priced out. Wages are stagnant, have not gone up. Minimum wage has not gone up. It's still $7.25 an hour. Most Americans, everyday normal Americans, are making under $25 an hour. Under. And that's the middle class. And for the impoverished class, they're not making anywhere near $15 an hour unless they are working multiple jobs. Okay? This is a crisis. Will the rent prices go down? Let me ask it this way. Will America suffer another housing unit collapse? Will the housing market collapse in 2022? Will this beast be broken? Will the housing market collapse? And guys, I know that sounds like a horrible thing, but in essence, if the housing market collapses, it will force everybody to restructure. And the prices will, like it did in 2008. The rich are going to they're going to lose their pants holding properties that they can't put anybody in. Okay? So, will the housing market collapse in 2022? This year. Here we go. Mm, yes. Mm, okay. And why? Yes, yes. The housing market, the bottom is going to fall out of the housing market again. This 2022 is going to be a repeat of 2008. Okay? Prepare. Prepare. This is part of the 1%'s plan. This is to cause as much harm as they possibly can. Think about this. We have been in a pandemic since 2020, okay, that we've known of since April of 2020, okay? This is May of 2022. We are still in a pandemic. People have barely just gone back to work. However, rents have increased 10% for people who were not working, or people who were working from home, or well, basically people who were not working. The moratorium on people catching up on their rents has passed and has gone away. The government is not protecting anybody from rent hikes. People are getting rents raised with no reason who have never been late. Why? Why? This is pure greed and control. There was no reason. The people who own these buildings, once people could afford to pay their rents, everybody got a break, including landlords. Everybody got a break. So there was no reason for landlords to raise prices except for greed. And that's exactly what they did. Okay, so Danielle, no, rent prices are not going to go down. This housing market is going to collapse because corporate America is stealing from the whole system, inflicting pain on people who are struggling to survive. This will blow up in their face. This is going to cause harm to everybody who is in need of housing. Yes. But in this is where the waking up has to come. When people finally understand what is being done and that we can do something about it, that is the thing. Enough people have got to say, no, we are not going to allow this to be the norm. This is why this is why the GOP hates wokeness, hates people who are paying attention to what is going on. That's what woke means, okay? You're awake. You're seeing what is going on. The GOP wants people asleep. Big business wants people asleep. That's why they are so against wokeness, so against people being invested in their own lives. That is what woke means. That I see what you are trying to do to me, and I am not going to sit quietly and let you do it. That is what woke means. If you are not woke, wake up. Okay? We all need to be woke. Okay? We all need to see what is going on. We all need to speak out because People who are awake will speak out against evil and against lies. People who are asleep do not see the evil or lies, do not care about the evil or lies. And that is where the GOP is. Everybody must understand this control mechanism is to shut us up, put us in our place, make us just go along, continue to work our butts off. 2 jobs, 3 jobs, just work, work, work as the price of everything increases. The price of everything increases except salaries. Nobody's salary is going up to match the inflation. This will crush any country. You cannot have unfettered inflation without people's compensation going up so that they can live in the economy that is being created. But this economy, this all this stuff about money is why we are where we are. We as people have taken humans out of the equation and replaced our humanity with nothing but an economy. And everybody is striving to work for this economy instead of working for humanity. That is where the system is broken. Because money, number one, is a false concept. It is backed by nothing but an idea, but it holds power because it is in people's psyche that I can't do anything without this. We have to see what big business has done. 50 years ago, 50, my lifetime, guys. Okay? In fact, I want to go back a little bit further than that. I want to go back to the 1950s. Okay? Let's go back to the 1950s. After World War II, when America came back and we were coming out of the Great Depression, the depression caused by the economy, caused by the 1% and greed, caused by governments mismanaging everything. We have to understand how we got here to begin with. The whole world fights a war over control of people. The big businesses that profited off these wars, Raytheon, the airplane builders, the bomb manufacturers, the ones who always want there to be war so that they will maintain their riches. War is nothing but rich people getting richer, trying to take from other people, again, to enrich themselves. This is about control. And until we understand that money is a system of control for all of us, and a system that we can break, okay? Because we can refuse to buy from them. We can make ourselves as self-sufficient as we possibly can. And I go back to Monsanto because of this. A lot of people on this planet who would love nothing better than to grow their own crops cannot, because the ground is poisoned or their crops are weak because of Monsanto. Okay? And this is not something that everybody doesn't know about. Okay? The entire world knows what Monsanto did. Not only that, we have to look at what governments around our world have done to make sure that we cannot survive without them. Okay? Watermelons, the fruit full of the most seeds. A watermelon seed can grow on concrete with a drop of water. This is food that the earth has given us. Watermelons come from the desert in Africa. That's where they came from. This beautiful fruit gourd full of life saving, life affirming, life creating water grew in the deserts of Africa. A gift for those stranded. to find this gourd that would not only feed you, but would quench your thirst and give you enough electrolytes to help you live a whole nother day. And mankind took that fruit, Frankensteined it until it is seedless. That wasn't for you to enjoy the watermelon. That was so that you could not grow the watermelon. They did that to how many of our free growing fruits has man sterilized so that only the people and they bought the seeds and then patented them and then made sure that nobody else can get them without paying for them. Okay, this is control. Big business has been they have been working their way into making us dependent on them for everything, including what we can grow. And until we understand this, we are going to be in this system of failure, in this system of always worrying. We have got to break the back of big business. And we got to stand up because we are all, at this moment, we are slaves on our hands and knees while the 1% has their office table on our backs, has their feet on that table, holding us down, putting us in our place. It is time for us to stand up and flip the table. Because once we stand up, and that's all it takes, there's way more of us than there are of them. And if we stopped buying, stopped purchasing, stopped participating in the nonsense, and it wouldn't even take a long time if the entire world could unite, stay home for 3 days, not buy nothing. If the entire world could boycott for 3 days, boycott big business everywhere. Every person that works in a supermarket, every person that works in a gas station, every person that works in any marginalized minimum wage paying job said no, not today, not tomorrow, and not the day after that. I'm staying home. The world would change. Don't believe me? Let's try it. Turn it off. Unplug. Don't drive. Don't go nowhere. Sit in your front yard and watch the world go by for 3 days and watch us break the back of big business. 3 days of the world not moving, not buying, not consuming. And we could switch the power back. But until we understand that we have that power, we are going to be here worried about what the rich, what the entitled, what the ruling class is going to do to us next. Yes, Danielle, they're coming after our housing. They're coming after your job. They want to make sure that gas costs too much. Okay? The shelves in the stores are getting more and more bare. And the prices are going up faster than you can say boo. Okay? We have to see things in the way that they are. We have to understand that we have allowed ourselves to get here, but we do have a power. We do not have to be victims. We can stop this, but it takes courage and it takes us to come together. But the first thing that it takes is for us to see what is being done to us, because as long as we keep worrying about these politicians and putting all our energy into that instead of putting our energy into making a world that we can live in, we are going to be in these. Okay. The second part of Danielle's question, she's talking about California. California is now impounding people's RVs with people living in them. Take people who have lost their housing. And we know that California's homeless crisis is exponential. And people who have something to live in and just needed a place to park it are now being impounded. So the city will spend $1 million to clean up an area and ship all these people out when they could have spent that same $1 million to build an area where RVs, people can park, give them a safe place where they can park that is not in front of businesses. How many vacant areas, parking lot, parking structures that nobody is using in California that are sitting vacant, just decaying? But they will spend money to move people and make them have to live on the street because they're going to take their home and put it in the dump. Tell these people that you can't park here, you don't have a right to exist here because this business looks at you as an eyesore. They can spend money to move them, but they can't spend that same money to create an area. And there's many areas that all this money that they're spending to harm people, that they could have built an area that they could have put people to where they could have parked their RVs, to give them places to throw their trash so that it doesn't become an eyesore. Okay? Why? Why are we fighting against the people and fighting for businesses that may be out of business next year? But all those people who their 30, 40, $50,000 RV is now been destroyed by a city who claims that, oh, we're trying to help the people, but they're not. We have to look at where we are and how we got there and what big business and what governments are doing. And we have to pull our heads out of our own behinds to understand that these people who are in government are people just like you and me. They are not saints. They are not heroes. They are people. They are the same as your next door neighbor. If your next door neighbor is a jackwad, then the person that you elected into Senate or Congress could be that same kind of jackwad. Guys, look at the only qualification to hold a position in our government is that you be of a certain age and be a citizen of this nation. To be president, the only qualifications you need is to be 35 years of age and born in America. That is the only qualification you need for the highest office in this land. Any schmo dump truck can run for president and win. Any dump truck, stupid ass, can, and we've had a bunch of them. None of these people are heroes. That's the first thing we need to do. The first thing we need to do is stop putting these people on pedestals. Politicians are people. They are people with people mentalities. And why do people go into jobs? To make money. Why do people go into politics? To make money. People already know politics is the most corrupt endeavor. Because you're going into a job to where you get to make the laws. But we have a system that says rich people can send their executives in or whoever, their people in to court you, to woo you, to get you to look upon their company favorably. That there, all of that lobbying is corrupt. Lobbyists lobbying is corruption. Our laws should be made for everyone, not for someone, for everyone. And if everyone doesn't enjoy protections under those laws, then those laws are no good. But our government allows lobbyists to say, oh, Well, we only need certain amount of people to disagree with this so that this law won't pass. Or we can give you some, maybe we can't give you money, but we can give you trips. Or maybe we can give you expensive vehicles or access to them where nobody knows. Okay? And this is why people go into government. They go into government for the vacations. They go into government because they know people will pay them to do stuff that they probably don't mind doing anyway. Until we stop glorifying people that we are putting into office, until we make them prove who they are, what they are, and that they stand for something other than self, we are going to continue to have these problems. Mansion and cinema are not an anomaly. No, they are not an anomaly. They are the poster children of why people get into politics. Self-serving. Now, Little Miss Cinema was little poor girl who is now not poor anymore. Mansion was a multi-millionaire when he went into it. How many zeros has he added to his portfolio just by being in the Senate? Because he is working for the enemy, not working for the American people. Okay? So, what is going to come of the cruelty of the California government literally putting people out of a vehicle onto the concrete? What will happen to in California's humanitarian efforts? First card, we are going to be forced. The whole world is going to be forced to see what is happening, the way that it is happening. Nobody's going to be able to look away. This is cruelty. You see this. People living in tents on sidewalks, and garbage trucks come and just throw people's entire lives away. Like these people don't matter. Look at this and stop looking just with your eyes and look at it with your heart. These are people. People matter more than money. This is, and the second card is money. This is why. Because I'll keep saying it. I will keep saying it until I don't have to say it anymore. Until people put people ahead of money, we are going to have these type of catastrophes. The next card in California, what's going to happen? We have the devil. We have the devil. Forced fatality, ruin. They are harming people, knowingly harming people, when there are other avenues that they can take. But those avenues make the government have to be humane, make them have to think about more than just money. And the government isn't ready to do that yet. No, no. Next card. Oh, we get the high priestess. Secrets and mystery. Okay. Everything they are. This is another plan. You guys want to talk about a genocide? What happens when the temperature in the summer is going to be every day in California, Arizona? We're here where I live in Nevada. Over 100 degrees, over 110, over 115 degrees every single day of the summer. So you're talking 3-4 months of summer because it's going to extend as well, where people are existing on the street, living on pavement. How long until a whole bunch of people die? How long until a whole bunch of people die? Is the failure of California, Oregon, all these places that have a homeless problem because housing is, people are priced out of housing. People who are living, these homeless people are not bums. These people work. Some of them work 2 and 3 jobs to live on the street. Let's get this where it needs to be. And most of the people who are in this situation, These are your people who work at McDonald's, at Burger King, at Subway, people who work at your gas stations. These are the same people who are your door dashers, your Ubers. Can't afford to live in a house, but they deliver your food to you. They're living on the sidewalk, living out of the back of their cars, living in a tent and going to work every day. Could you imagine having children living in a tent in Los Angeles with 2 or 3 kids? Think about how your whole existence would be. You're trying to get them to school so that you can make enough money just so you can eat that day. And you're thankful that you got that tent. But while you're out working, the city comes and takes your tent and all of your belongings and throws them into the back of a garbage truck, never to be seen again. And this happens to them regularly. Where are they supposed to go? What are they supposed to do? They're working, but they can't afford a house. Or they were working and then the pandemic happened and they couldn't make their rent and they got evicted. And since they got evicted, now they have a judgment against them and their credit is hard. So now, even if they do have the money to get into another apartment, they can't get into another apartment because they can't pass a background check because they have a lien against them, a judgment against them that got them evicted. And it just goes on. How long, how much do people have to suffer before we as a people stand up and say enough? It's not fair what is being done. People matter. We matter. You matter. I matter. We matter. Money. Big business can go kick rocks. How much money do they need? How much do they need? That they keep taking more and more, hurting us more and more, killing us more and more, because that's what it causes. People who live in their cars, who can't afford gas, will die because you can't turn on the air conditioning to cool your car down if you don't have any gas in it, or your RV. If you can't put any gas into your generator to keep your electronics running. This is why I encourage everyone to get some type of a backup battery. I encourage everyone to try to get some type of a backup battery because that one little box may save your life while we're dealing with these jackwads in government. If you don't believe that government wants you dead, look around. What is being done? Okay? Elon Musk is being allowed to buy one of the biggest entities, a single person being allowed to buy an entire conglomeration, privatize it, and do whatever he wants to with it. And then the FCC won't have anything to say about it. This, like I said before, Elon Musk is changing his buying of Twitter, and that's just the start. Rich people want to control the narrative. They want to control exactly how you get your news, what is told to you, what the script is. Wait for everything to become private. It's not going to be traded on the public. The rich people are rich. They're rich. They have what they need. Now all they need is us to bow down to them. And now they are going to start tightening the screws, making it hurt. All of us, all of us, pay attention. Pay attention to what is going on. Okay? So now I keep going in and out of this reading, ranting about this. So we're at California. They're doing this because they're working for the big business. Oh, let's make California beautiful and pretend that all this poverty doesn't exist. This cruelty, this is already causing infighting. However, there are not enough decent people to say this is wrong and to stop this from happening. Oh, spend millions of dollars displacing people, and don't spend a penny on something that could actually make human life better. Not spend one penny. Because there are tracts of lands, there are whole where factories were, where there's water and restrooms and everything. Whole industrial parks in California sitting vacant, empty, with water, restrooms, and tons of space where you could allow these people in and say, build a city here. 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 This is a place to where we can give you a place to where here's a place to where you can try to start something. Start over. We'll get you out of downtown and put you somewhere where you could try to start building something. You put people together and give them some encouragement, and that's what happens. But these governments don't want that. They don't want people to become independent. No, they want them controlled. And if they're living on the street, guess what? They have nothing. They have no voice. They are completely controlled. They are at the mercy of the police, of the government, of child protective services, because now you are a non-entity. Oh, you can't keep a roof over your head? Well, you can't keep your children. Oh, you can't keep a roof over your head? Well, maybe you need to be in jail because you don't have any rights. You don't have an address. Look at what's going on. Don't pretend that this is not where they are leading us. Okay? What's going to become of this cruelty, huh? Judgment. Judgment is coming for all these entities who wish to harm others. The entire world needs to be aware of this. We all have to stand up, speak up, yell about it. We cannot be silent. We cannot pretend that this is not happening. We have got to shout it. All the injustices, all the lies, everything that is being done, because it's being done in our name. And the final card on this, oh, look at this. We get the Hermit. And this is where these people are left. They are the ones that are left holding the bag. They're the ones left holding with nothing. They are the ones that are getting gerrymandered out of existence. High-rise, multi-million-dollar apartments going up that nobody can afford to live in. Most of the people in California now live in Nevada. Look at what's going on, guys. That's the final card of what's going on in California. That's frightening. That is frightening. That's the outcome card. Okay? All right. My next question is from Jasmine. Jasmine says, Vlad has stomach cancer. Vlad is going in for surgery sometime this week, possibly today. Vlad had to give his top spy chief, Sergei Navishkin, Sergei Navishkin. I think that's how you say it. Sergei. Guys, here's our opportunity as a collective. Send energy to Sergei to stop the war while Vlad is under anesthesia. Send energy to Sergei to stop this war. We have an we have an opportunity to stop this right now with our consciousness. Sergei Navishkin. Hold on. Hey Siri, what is the name of Putin's chief that is going to be taking over his country while he's under surgery? Okay, I found this on the web for what is the name of Putin's chief that is going to be taking over his country while he's under surgery. Okay, so here's his name. I want to say it right. Okay, his name is. Okay, what's his name? Wait, hold on. Is set for surgery and will reportedly nominate Hardline FSB. Okay, so I've got two different names. So okay, here's the name that this one is saying. Nikolai Patrushev. Nikolai Patrushev. Okay, this is the first name. If Nikolai Patrushev is the person that Vlad is going to put over the country, let's send energy to Nikolai Patrushev to stop this war, to end it. All you have to do is say, "End the war." Nikolai Patrushev, end the war. Nikolai Patrushev, end the war. Nikolai Patrushev. Okay. And if it is this other guy, let's see if his name is in here. Okay. All right. So this one, he has reportedly already delayed his surgery, which will now not take place before it won't happen before May 9th. So I think that surgery was supposed to be today. Putin is scared. So I think he's gonna be bouncing around names. So the second guy, Sergey Navishkin. That's it. Sergey Navishkin. If Sergey Navishkin, say it with me, Sergey Navishkin. If you stop the war, Sergey Navishkin, stop the war. Sergey Navishkin, stop the war. This is what we can do. Guys, if you're looking at anything and you see a name, that could be, send energy and say stop the war. Just concentrate, focus. That is what we can do, and let's see what happens. Stop the war. Whomever takes over the country while Vlad is under anesthesia, stop the war. Focus your energy on that. Add that to the sea of consciousness that is already sitting over the Kremlin. Okay? Um, woo. So, Vlad is having surgery soon, handing over leadership to his spy chief, Sergei Navishkin, or to the other guy I just read on the news. What will be the outcome of this? Could Vlad's handing over of the country to another operative end this war? Yes, it could. And we get the money card, the first card, we get the government. Guys, if you ever believed in your magic before, believe in it now. And please focus your energy and concentration on stopping the war in the Ukraine by touching the hearts of those men who may come into power. We can do this. A concerted, concentrated, laser beam focus. Okay? We can stop this war. The second card is the yes. This handing over as soon as this happens. But we got to fill this consciousness now. We can't wait till the day of the operation. We may never know when it truly is. And that's what he's going to do, is to keep us guessing. So fill the ocean of intent now. Touch the heart of whomever comes into power in Russia to stop the war in the Ukraine. Just say it. Stop the war. Stop the war. Add your voice to the consciousness. Okay? We have an opening. We have an opening. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Jasmine. Okay, my next question is from Spirit Beyond the Stars. Will the American GOP destroy itself before they destroy our democracy? With all the lies and everything that is going on in plain sight. Will the GOP implode and destroy themselves? King of Swords jumped out. There's old 45. Will the GOP destroy itself? Will it self-destruct before they destroy America and our democracy? Whew, gosh, and Texas Abbott this is terrible. This is terrible what is going on. We see men doing terrible things, terrible things. And we just sit back like nothing's going on. Okay. Will the American GOP destroy itself before it destroys democracy? First card, we got the King of Wands. They are going to be so tired by the time the end comes, right? The second card we get is the Fool, Folly Mania. And this is everything that is going on is Folly Mania. January 6th. All these things that are going on around January 6th, turning this whole serious thing into a three-ring circus, allowing politicians to run about America, committing treason against this country by lying about what happened on the 6th of January. This came from people in our own Congress, okay? Our country is under attack. The killer is in the house. We are being attacked from the inside. The GOP is the enemy of the state. Woo, I don't know where that came from, but there it is. Okay. Will the GOP destroy itself before they destroy our democracy? Next card we get is the Page of Wands, the Spy in the Camp. More information is going to come out. More and more and more. January 6th was planned in November. In December for sure. But they had contingencies laid out on what was going to happen if 45 did not win the election. Okay? We're going to hear about all those plans and some names that we haven't heard of speaking before that are not in the Congress. This is going to go right back to the Supreme Court, right back to Judge Thomas and Miss Ginny Thomas. Okay, this is going to go through because the Supreme Court was a part of the plan. The Supreme Court was part of the plan. It never got that far. John Roberts may find himself in a bit of trouble. Again, don't put people on pedestals they don't deserve to be on. Just because somebody is a Supreme Court judge does not mean that that Supreme Court judge is not the same jackwad, alcoholic, wife-beating pedophile that lives next door to you. He is just another person. He's not a hero. He is nothing special. He is somebody that somebody picked to put in a position that the only qualification that he had was he went to law school, graduated, and was a certain age. There are no qualifications to run this country besides how old you are and where you were born. No qualifications to be a Supreme Court justice, to be a president, to be a senator, to be anything. You don't have to be a policeman. You don't have to have no college. People who can kill us. All you have to do is be 18 or 21 with a high school education to be a police officer. No further qualifications than that. A certain age and graduated some type of educational program. You don't have to be a good person. You don't have to prove that you're not a psychopath. This is who is running our world. Joe Blow, Joe Schmo, and pedophile from across the street are running our nation. Okay? Will the GOP destroy itself before they destroy our democracy? Next card. The cup that nobody wants. The Four of Cups. Okay? Take this cup from me. Pass over me. King of Swords, the severe one. There's DJT. The reason for the season. Okay? The American GOP. The American POT. Party of 45. Okay? Will they destroy our democracy? Well, we're on shaky ground. Got Russia all up in the mix. And the last card, the illusion delusion. So we didn't get a concrete yes, but we got everything that shows that they are actively doing everything they can to harm us. Okay? All this trickery, deceit, lies. So I guess that's a no. The American GOP won't destroy itself before they destroy our democracy. That's even more scary. But as we can see right now, our democracy is holding on by a hair, a hair. And thank God hair is strong. But our democracy is holding on by a hair. We have allowed these bad actors all this time to subvert us, to do this to us. Okay? My last question. What does May hold for the U.S. and our democracy? What does May hold for America? What can we expect this month, in the month of May? What can America expect in the month of May? Look to the skies. That's the first thing. Look to the skies. We're going to see some stuff. We're going to have some near Earth objects, some NEOs. NEOs, I don't know where this is coming from. We're going to have some near Earth objects. Some people are going to see some spectacular things in the sky, contrails, comets. Um, the weather is going to be ridiculous. This is the one thing that we are going to have to prepare for now. Hurricane season. Hurricane season is upon us. Okay? Prepare. Gulf Coast states, Florida, Cuba, all the islands, especially Puerto Rico. This could be treacherous for Puerto Rico again. Okay? There are going to be massive, massive storms that are going to hit the little islands in the Caribbean and in South America. The weather, it's going to be wet and wild. What does May hold for American democracy? We're going to be fighting, and the Republicans are going to be doing what they're doing, trying to force us into their way of thinking. We're going to have some chances to get rid of some things or pass some things that we don't want. People are going to start standing up and fighting against and walking away from bad actors. This is important. This goes with the first card. This is the awakening, guys. People are going to start standing up and fighting back against this system of oppression that we're living under. Judgment is coming. May this month. This is the January 6th committee. This is the ramping up to start to try to hold people accountable for January 6th. This is going to be another three-ring circus, guys. Don't be fooled into thinking that this is like a real court case and that after people testify, they're going to be carted off to jail. No, this is going to be your summer television watching. Indictments and all of that stuff, when they do happen, I don't feel that they're going to happen. They're not going to happen before August. Okay, the first one's actually real GOP people being arrested and indicted and facing real prison time is not going to happen until, I believe, August. It could be a little bit earlier, July maybe, but I'm feeling August. I'm feeling very certain that the powers that be would really like the summer of 22. The the January 6th committee is going to be our OJ trial. Okay, that's what the powers that be want this to be. They want your butt in front of the television watching the January 6th committee, which is going to, well, it's going to tell a whole lot, but it's not going to solve any problems. Okay, nobody's going to be held accountable. This is another system of control. They are going to want you laser focused on the January 6th sideshow to keep you distracted from what they're going to be trying to do to us. And there it is. There it is. Here, what's coming? Okay, the pregnant with possibility. We keep your eyes open. Look around, look around, look around. Don't take anything for granted. Look up. I'm telling you, may be a time for you to not be staring at your phone all the time. Okay, pay attention to what's going on around you. Justice. Look at this. We get judgment and justice. So, the month of May, we may finally see some ends, some roads leading to justice. And the last card, we get the wands. Okay? This is movement, guys. Now, I call this a scaredy cat horse fear of movement, but this could be, this is a change of location, a moving change. This could be the start of a movement that somebody was afraid to start. But this is movement. It could be a movement or it could be us moving. But this, we're going to, with justice and judgment and movement, we've got some things that are going to change for the better. They may be scary. They may be scary or seem scary as we move into them, but they will be for the better. May is going to be an interesting month. Put your phone down. Put your glasses on. Put your cheaters on. Keep your eyes up. Look around. Pay attention to what is going on around you. It is imperative that we speak our truth. Speak truth to power. Speak truth to everything. Be good to yourself. This is also very important. It is time for us to care for ourselves, to put things down that we don't need. If you're drinking too much and you know it, it's time to change. If you're smoking too much weed and you know it, it's time to change. We have to take stock and control in those things that we can. Clarity, focus, pay attention to what's going on around you. I love you guys. We are okay. We have power to change. Look on your phone, find those guys' names that Vlad wants to give power to, and let's make them stop this war. And send your consciousness, your intentions for peace to stop this war. That's not affecting free will. That's not affecting free will. We are not asking that Vlad be killed under anesthesia. We are not asking for anything like that. We are asking for people's higher angels, for them to be able to hear them. Stop. Stop the war. Stop the war. Send that energy. Send it as often as you want to. I love you. Let's see if this works, guys. Let's see if this works. Let's see if we can end this war. Let's see if we can do it. Like, share, and subscribe so that other people can see this video, so that we can all put our intentions in that ocean of consciousness, that we can change the world that we live in for the better for us. I love you. I love you. I love you. Have a fantastic Monday. Okay? Bye, guys. Namaste.